started. Everything should be running smoothly. Okay. Um, Now let's just get into it. Pause this. What's the volume?
Other people know that you're trans. Men don't care if you're trans. They care if other people know that you're trans.
Oops.
Men don't care.
Where's the pause? There's no pause button on the keyboard? I gotta figure that out because I keep thinking it's a space bar. Um, Context, a little context around this specific video, this specific person. They have quite a bit of a hard time dating, and that's what my streams are mostly about because it's what interests me. And before we watch this video, to get some context, let's go to some of their previous videos that are related to dating. Specifically, where is it? This one.
Okay, y'all. Ignore my voice. I'm sick. I have strep. Never had strep before, but I have it. Oh, I love my life. But I've been thinking recently, now that I can actually kind of talk again, but I sound like a frog beyond the
Another thing, they're seriously unfunny. Like, it's hard to sit through these videos for me personally, even though I find this stuff interesting. Like this person specifically is really unfunny, and they and they and they add horrible like sound effects to their quote unquote comedic videos. So bear with me.
point. What I was thinking, I'm gonna be in a relationship at some point soon. I can feel it. I know it. Life has been moving differently. Things have been moving differently. I can just energetically feel it.
They believe in manifestation, psychic energy, magic. They believe in magic. That like the universe is gonna like woo them a boyfriend because they're so special. And the thing about that is the history that they've had with men doesn't reflect that. They've had like a horrible history, dating history of dudes not taking them seriously, only using them for their body, and then not understanding why. So the greater context that I'm trying to point out here is that they're I don't know how to say this without just being mean, but they're only like they're so in terms of dating, they're so fucked that they have to like cope about like the universe being some kind of force that like will make everything better, when in reality people at most like find you attractive sexually. Like the difference, I don't think certain people can't separate the difference between sex and like sexual attraction and like actual attraction. You know what I mean? And when someone just uses you for your body and doesn't find you interesting at all or worth their time, it's very confusing if you haven't taken the time to really delve into what makes people people, and you just think and your ideas of dating come from like a Disney movie. You know what I mean? It results in very interesting things happening, and that's why I'm going over these videos.
I'm torn though, because a part of me is gonna be like, I don't really want to put my relationship on social media like that. But another part of me is like, a lot of the stuff that I've talked about and I've built on here has been about having, my conversations around romance and intimacy and transparency and how important it is for women like me to show that we can be loved and loved authentically. So, like,
That's a funny thing also. Loved authentically. Like a real like a Disney movie. Like they think that like love is like, oh, I'll give up this, I'll give up that. No guy that's worth their salt would one be with a tranny. And the ones that would be with a tranny are like Jim Norton, like like the idea of a man dressing up and like all of a sudden and like taking drugs and like being a woman and like some other dude being attracted to that is far fetched at best. And if that does happen, they're usually chasers. They're usually chasers. Like the best you'll get is Jim Norton. And he has a whole podcast about called what, swapping swords with his trans wife. At best, you'll get a chaser who makes a podcast specifically about your penis. And at worst, you die alone. So I don't like people are too convinced of the bad decisions that they make. And when you decide to transition, like dive dive head deep into that, it's a really the consequences are more dire than you realize. And you just spend all day coping about how things are gonna get better. And it's oof.
I don't know. It's a battle I go through in my head quite a bit. Either way, he will be posted once I know he can be trusted. But in order for us to be
Keep
dating,
in mind, this person's never hasn't had a boyfriend in like years. But they're like, I feel a change in the energy. I want to go back to a previous video as well. Mm,
I'll be honest, shit hurts my feelings sometimes. Like how could it not? I go through this love hate relationship with dating apps. Right now, I'm in a phase where I'm like, you know what? Like, I've been feeling good. I've been going on dates. As you know, the last man I was talking to played in my face because he said the N word. And I was like, whatever, I'm done, chopped it off. So I've just been trying to put myself out there to still feel like the energy I've been calling in is on its way. But, like, there are days that, like, low key break my self esteem because, like, I went on a date with this guy today. He didn't even really give me time to, like, really, tell him my tea like that. Not that I was really, gonna kind of just see what the vibe was, of course. So we like hung out in an area, we like public area, whatever. We were like at a coffee shop, whatever, chilling and just vibing, whatever, talking for a minute. And then we like sat outside on this bench. He was like putting his arm around me, whatever. And then we were just talking about like stuff. And he was like, oh my gosh, like I just really like talking to you. Like I would love to see you again, blah, blah, blah. And then like I was talking about my lore and stuff. And he's like, well, what's your lore? And I basically just explained my tea. Whole demeanor changed. And I
what's your lore? Oh, I'm actually a man. Is that how you break it to him? Oh, you've been talking to a man this whole time, actually. Like, you let him. The funniest thing about trans women or trans people in general is that some of them are so desperate for love that they'll trick you. You know what I mean? They enjoy tricking you. And, oh, we're not tricking. Shut up. I've heard you. I've heard trans people call it that specifically. That's what it is. And then once they think you're having a good time, because they conflate that like someone having a good time, like enjoying each other's company, all that stuff isn't for you though. Like, if you have to trick somebody, pretend to be someone you're not to get an experience that you've never gotten, it's pathetic. Like, it's not. And then you're confused that when you tell them, oh, I'm actually a man, I was actually born with a penis, that they're like, you're confused that all of a sudden they're not interested. But we were having such a good time though. Are you out of your fucking mind? Like, where in your right mind, I'm being ironic here, where in your right mind did you find it okay to like seek pleasure that you can't get yourself by lying to someone else about something as significant as gender, about something as significant as, going on a date, enjoying, being emotionally connected, just so you can like experience what it's like to be a real life woman. Like that's sick. Do you understand? That's like sick in the head. Do you understand that you're like sick in the head? Because I don't know, maybe go find your own, maybe go find someone else, maybe don't lie to people about something as important about, I don't know, love. Maybe don't trick people into falling in love with you like some kind of demon, like some kind of biblical demon. Like, what's wrong with you? Oh, but all I get are chasers. Yeah, so fucking what? That's called being trans. That's called what? That's called consequences. Oh, all I get are weirdos. Who do you think would be interested? Who do you think would be interested? Literally, in someone who was born a man, think they're a woman, take drugs, and then continue thinking they're a woman, and then call it like the kind of mental gymnastics can only those kind of mental gymnastics can only be done by a chaser. Do you understand? Like, normal dudes aren't willing to go through those jump through those kind of hoops to make you feel better. So instead, you'd rather just lie, pretend to be something you're not, and then when it doesn't go your way, and get upset, make TikToks about it. It's very funny. It's very entertaining. It's very interesting psychologically to go over.
Get it. Everyone's like, well, why don't you just tell people beforehand? But it's like at the end of the day, it doesn't make a fucking difference. Either
Mm.
you're gonna make an assumption about me before you ever meet me, because you think that all trans people act and look the same, or after the fact, then you're gonna make an like. It's like I just want like. I hate feeling like I have to plaster I'm trans across my forehead consistently, constantly, all the time, because then it just attracts men that are chasing me and fetishizing me, or it just makes me feel like men don't even give me a chance to like be, and I would never want to be.
To like what? Give you a chance to like what? Prove yourself as a woman? Are you fucking stupid? Are you fucking stupid? Like, it's not anything you have to prove. They don't want you. They don't want to be around you. If we're gonna be honest, you gross them out. But like socially, if they said that out loud, they'd get fired, they'd get thrown out of their jobs, their life would fall apart. So they just, avoid you. So you have to lie and make shit up to be around them. That's weird. That's weird. That's creepy. That's gross. That's pathetic. Mm? You have to lie to be around people, to make relationships. Do all your relationships start off as lies? Well, like, what's wrong with you? And then you're trying to justify it, like, oh, it at the end of the day it doesn't matter because if I told them, they're gonna assume this, they're gonna assume that. If you told them, it'd be the truth, and that's what you can't deal with. You can't deal with the straight up rejection of, oh no, thank you. Oh no, thank you. I'm not interested in a man. You can't deal with them saying that straight up. So you gotta like literally like lie and be like creepy. That's fucking disgusting. It's fucking gross. That's how you form relationship. That's how you have to meet people. And then, when their whole demeanor changes, like you said, when they find out that you're a man, that you're actually a man, that they just spend their time flirting with a man, and then you get upset and make TikToks about how your dating life sucks. Well, guess what? that's that's literally on you, because you just fucked up his day. Like he's the victim here. Oh, fucking god. This shit is crazy.
Someone who's transphobic anyway and has all these ideologies, but it's like it's ingrained. Then you're gonna make it like it's like I just want like I hate feeling like I have to plaster I'm trans across my forehead consistently, constantly, all the time, because then it just attracts men that are chasing me and fetishizing me, or it just makes me feel like men don't even give me a chance to like be, you know, and I would never want to be with someone who's transphobic anyway and has all these ideologies, but it's like it's ingrained so deep in our society that it literally sometimes does feel hopeless. If it's not that, it's something else.
It is hopeless. Can I tell you something? It's hopeless. What you're looking for is not there. Like you're looking for like a normal dude who's right in the head, but also into trannies. Like no, you're looking for an oxymoron, and that shit is not out there, and it's hopeless. Like, you're gonna get chasers. I'm sorry. You're gonna meet chasers. That's your audience. That's what you chose. You're not. There's no Prince Charming for trannies. There's Prince Chaser. There's a, oh shit. There's a Prince Chaser. You can have that. But dudes aren't. I don't know. I can say this, but I feel like you never understood what it meant to be a dude in the first place. So when you transition, all these concepts you have of men are warped and twisted and don't exist. So you just spend all your days spinning your wheels in the mud as you get older, which I've realized this person cares about, dating in their 20s before they get old, which is not gonna happen. God, it is kind of hopeless to be honest, dude. Because not only are you a tranny, but you're not funny. Like you're not enjoyable to be around from the video. Because I watch this person's videos a lot, just on my free time, because I'm bored. They're not funny. They're not interesting. They're actually the opposite. They're actually quite annoying to be around, I'd imagine. As like a person, you know? So yeah, it is a little hard for you specifically. Maybe some other trannies might have an easier go at it, but you're gonna have a hard time. Well, it is what it is, though. Oops.
You know? And my makeup looks crazy right now. Like, I've been running around all day. Don't even get me started. But I don't know. Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes shit really fucking hurts my feelings, you know? And I can recognize that, like, I want to wait and be intentional about the man that I'm trying to manifest, as everyone saw my video. But sometimes it does feel like, is he even gonna show up? Because the vast majority of every man I've pretty much encountered has been fucking horrific, especially in LA. But yet somehow everyone's in a relationship and it's happy and it's long term. And I'm not trying to compare myself. I don't want what you have. It's just unfathomable to me. The people say that no one dates in this early age, no one dates in their 20s, no one dates in LA, but that's the only
Yeah,
propaganda
people
I'm
don't
being
say
shown
that.
around me. So it's just hard to not get your feelings hurt sometimes. Like, shit fucking hurts. I don't know. So, I'm probably gonna go inside and cry. You know, we're back. We're back. We are so back. You know, I don't know.
They post pictures of them as a dude all the time. Let's go over some of that. Wait, wait,
Get money, stay pretty, handle
not
your
that.
business.
I
Just
guess
they also like to make songs about how sad they are, which, you know, emotional outlet. That's a good thing.
I'm easy, you like that, to please me. I'm sleazy, I'm needy, you're needy.
They're not a bad singer either.
You want me, come over, I'm perfect, no closure, just fuck me, don't love me, I'm sorry, complete me. Girls that are easy are so hard to find. Lucky you found me, let's have a good time. Touch on my body, I'm so soft and
They think that's what it is. That they're like a typical girl and they're like being used. No, it's actually a lot worse. Like, yeah, girls get used, but they're still biological women. There are still guys out there that see past that and like body count is important to chicks. I'm not saying it's not. It is important and like looks and all that stuff, and they do get used, yes, but like even the most washed up, washed out chick has like a million times better chance of of like getting with a normal dude simply because they were born a chick. Because men can't see past that you were also a man. They can't see past that they might have run into you in elementary school and just not know it type shit. You know what I mean? Like it's like you think it's not important. You think the trans thing isn't, but it's the most important part. It's the most important. It's not that you're a woman. It's that you were a man. You get it? So yeah, no, it's gonna be difficult.
tiny. Don't care if you like me, just want a good night. Every guy holds me, it all feels the same. Whenever it's over, I'm the one to blame. She's hard to get and you're still hard to quit. Yeah. I want it to feel like you're physically running out of breath as you sing that chorus because that's what it feels like to be in a situation like this
Oh,
over and over and over and over and over. Happy Pride. I love being a trans.
next video.
Lordy Dotty, we
Not
likes
this
to
one.
party.
Jeez, not all any of these. Okay, there's gonna be a bit of reading here, so I'm gonna put this down a bit. Where's the music that I was playing? Cool. Oh, 1 second. Be right back. BRB in like literally like 2 minutes. Relax. told you. 2 minutes. Ugh. Oops. Yeah, it's gonna happen. Okay. Generally don't know how many situations I can take where a guy is overly ecstatic to be on a date with me till he finds out that I'm trans. Then all of a sudden it's just a preference. Okay. There's so many things wrong with that statement. Let's start with what do you mean till he finds out? You don't tell him before the date? Why? What? Cuz you don't think he'll be into it? Then why go on a date with him? Like, your desperation for love and affection blinds you from how creepy you are. Let's start with that. Let's start with how fucking creepy that is. That, like, you're on here crying about a guy being over ecstatic, quote unquote, till he finds out you're trans. Like, what's wrong with you? Like, don't go on dates with people. Don't start off with a lie about something so serious because you're so desperate. Because it's creepy and weird and gross and pathetic. Like, this isn't. And all the people in the comments, like, agreeing with her, you're creepy too. Like, y'alls are fucked too. You guys can't see the comments in the on the video, but it's to the right of this, and I'll scroll to it eventually. But like, yeah, no, it's not. What do you mean? And then we go down to, then all of a sudden it's just a preference. It shouldn't be then all of a sudden. You shouldn't be shocking people with revelations like that in the middle of a date. Like, that's weird. But you don't understand that because you're so desperate. Because you'll take anything. Because you don't want ugly dudes. You know what I mean? But, you know, chasers. You don't want chasers that are into trans people. So you go for people that aren't into trans people in hopes that you can, like, that your personality is enough. That you can, like, win their affection through personality. No, that's fucking gross. That's called being no, it's just called being gross. There's not another word for it. Like, it's called being desperate. Yeah, there's another word for it actually. Yeah, it's called being desperate. And then you're on here crying that it didn't go well. Maybe maybe don't keep such important information hidden from people. Because this must mean that you've told people you were trans before dates sometimes, and they were just not interested, and you were tired of that happening. Like, how many times have you told someone you were trans and then they just block you or something? You know what I mean? A lot. It must have been a lot for you to start doing this creepy shit of telling them after they're on the date and shit. After you think you've won them over with your personality, or you can just drop something like that on someone. Like, ugh. Like, PU. Like, jeez. It's actually fucking gross. No shame either. Like, they're so deluded that instead of feeling shame and guilt, they feel sadness and despair that it didn't go their way, that their personality wasn't enough for a guy to want to suck cock. Oh, shit. It's like they forget that they were born a man sometimes. It's too funny. Alright, let's read, this whole video is just them crying. Let's read the full thing on the side here. Actually, I actually can move the screen over a bit. to show you guys. 1 second. Move this to the side. I can actually low key. Let me just whap. Okay, move the comments to the side here. A bit more. I don't want to do this for all fucking. I gotta figure out a fucking TikTok specific view. I think I have one. Yeah, there is a view. I'm doing all this for no reason. 1 second. We have a TikTok specific. Oops. Oh, fuck off. There we go. Oh, sorry, I played the video. 1 second. If I can try to find this shit again. There you go. Cool. Where's the TikTok comment reader section? 1 second. Give me a sec, guys. Here, huh? Oh, there it is. La ta da. There's the comments on the side right here. Let me increase it a little bit more. Cool. What the hell is this? Oh, this is the game capture. No music. No music for my reading. I used to do that, but you guys can sit in silence. It's fine. Silence is good sometimes. Am I only able to read the full thing on my phone? Because I don't know why it's not able to expand out to the full thing. Because if I am, then I will have to just read it on my phone. I will have to just read the full thing on my phone because they have a long ass. I remember them having a long ass section over here. Oh no, it's the same thing. All right, let's just read it then. Like, yes, I get it. No, you don't get it. That's a problem. No, you don't get it. That's the like just dismissing the fact that just actually I do. No, you don't get it. Because if you did, you wouldn't be hiding the fact that you were trans to try to find love, because that's weird and creepy. Let's go back. Some people don't want to date trans women, whatever. Okay. But like, you're completely dehumanizing me because you clearly had a great time with me the entire day. Yeah, that's because they thought you weren't a man. Can we go back to that? Can we go back to the part where you didn't tell them that you were a man? Like, it doesn't matter that they enjoyed themselves. It was on a false context. It was on a lie. I'm sure you enjoyed yourself too, knowing the truth and keeping it from him. But that's not okay. That's not okay that you get to enjoy yourself with a lie and him on a false premise. Let's continue. It's clear you had a great time with me on the entire date, comma, now all of this is technically simply because of how I was born. Okay. The way you put simply because of how I was born, you throw away the importance of you being a man. Like, yeah, it doesn't matter to you that you're a man. Yeah, you gave up your manhood, but it matters to other people though. Other people still care about that shit. You may not care, what it means to be a man and all that stuff, and how other men perceive you and all that concept. You may have given up your manhood, but other people haven't. Other people still care about social concepts like that. So you know, neglecting something that's not important to you to try and achieve something. So it's just weird. It's just creepy. It's just gross that this is how you find love. Because you're not going to find love if this is how you go about it all the time. The desperation. I don't even know what to say about this. I've said all I had to already. So this is the context. This is the context in which we're gonna watch that video I was talking about earlier. That first video that got so many views. The one that got 10K views.
Men don't.
Look at the comments. Look at the motherfucking comments. They all agree. Yeah, I love your brain. Well said, sis. Like, they're all bird brain trannies that, like, think that, oh, if it's because society that I can't find. No, you can't find love because you're a tranny. You understand? You're trying to imitate something that's. Women have a hard time already. It's not like easy finding love as a woman. You know that, right? You know it's not easy finding love in general. So I don't know how you think it'd be any easier transforming into this half man, half woman. Oh, I'm a woman, but I was actually a man. Like, what do you think would happen? Like, uh, it's really interesting. These comments are like agreeing, like praising this dumb take.
Care if you're trans. They care if other people know that you're trans. So many men in this generation don't think critically when it comes to what they want, what they desire, and what they're looking for, especially when it comes to a partner. If you see a woman and you energetically feel a woman and you hear a woman and you're attracted to her.
Yeah, but that's a man. That's where you fall off. There's no her, there's no men aren't convinced that you're a woman. That's where you fall off. Maybe you are, but they aren't. So like the whole disconnect is like, oh, if you see a woman, if you like a woman, they don't see a woman though. They see a man. Do you get it? Like it's not connecting. That's too funny.
Chances are you're not going to care about her being trans when all of those other factors are red light
Incorrect.
binging in your head. But the difference is most men are afraid of how their friends, their family, other men, other people are going to perceive them for being with someone who is trans. And that's to me what's the comedic part of all of this. You're a woman. You're dating a woman. But you are more worried about what other people think.
That's the funny part, isn't it? Like they have to repeat themselves to convince themselves.
Dating a woman.
Like if you have to like repeat something like a math teacher to try to like convince a dude that you're not a man, like it's like you think you're talking to a kid? Do you think you're talking to a retard? Like who do you think you're talking to? Literally the only person that would take that shit seriously is a chaser. is someone who's convinced of that shit. And chasers aren't even convinced. You know what I mean? Like the mental gymnastics that you're able to jump through. I can't do it. I'm not athletic like that. I can't jump through those hoops of like pretending that like you weren't born a man. No. That's not a thing. But you're so, again, deluded that you've already convinced yourself and now you're just trying to convince everyone else. But like people aren't going, especially in terms of dating, especially in terms of relationships. Like it's hard to date already, let alone like you would have to be into trans women to even conceptualize of dating them, you know what I mean? And if you're into trans women, you're a chaser. You know what I mean? It's just simple logic. Like the match for trans women are chasers. Straight up. You may not like it, but it's what it is. Because all this making TikToks that get thousands of views and like a bunch of likes of people just agreeing with you, they're in bad positions too. They're in the same positions trying to convince other men to be with them. So it's just it's so funny.
But you are more worried about what other people think about this woman that you're with, that you would rather forego everything that you feel out of fear. And that's why trans people are so hated on in this country currently, because we are actively going against the societal norms of what it means to be normal. You're actively choosing a form of radical acceptance to be yourself. Period. Full stop. And that's what it is.
It's funny how they weren't
So
going
until
anywhere with
then,
that.
love yourself and allow someone to see you for you, because you were made exactly how you were supposed to be. And there is going to be someone out there who sees you for everything that you are and everything that you have yet to become.
Again, they believe in magic and shit, so they're more saying this for them because I imagine they believe that if they put good karma, if they put good energy onto the universe will reward them somehow with a boyfriend, with a relationship, with someone who cares, who gives a fuck. Oh, reality is a motherfucker, yo. And you're gonna find that out.
I love you.
Gross.
Men don't care if you're trans. They care if other people know that you're trans. So many men in this generation don't think critically when it comes to what they want, what they desire, and what they're looking for, especially when it comes to a partner. If you see a woman and you energetically feel a woman and you hear a woman and you're attracted to her, chances are you're not going to care about her being trans when all of those other factors are red light binging in your head. But the difference is most men are afraid of how their friends, their family, other men, other people are going to perceive them for being with someone who is trans. And that's to me what's the comedic part of all of this. You're a woman. You're dating a woman.
It's so funny. That part is so funny to me.
You're a woman. You're dating a woman.
Like you really have to repeat that to try to convince people. That's how difficult it is to be like date as a trans woman. That like you literally have to like repeat shit like they're a fucking kid. Like they don't understand the concept of dating a tranny. That you have to repeat. Oh, I'm actually a woman. You know, I'm actually a woman, right? Like that shit kills me. Because if you have to do that at all in any situation, you're fucked. Like if you're, is this shit not working? What the hell? Um, sorry, I'm trying to scan something here. The fuck does that mean? I'm not doing this shit on my fucking. Fuck off. Okay. All right. But no, this whole video is interesting. I'm trying to see the comments here. I should go over open the comment section for you guys. 1 second. There it is. Voila. Um, Same goes for other men. Majority of men aren't straight. This is the funniest take. Gay men themselves are so convinced, because I'm pretty sure you're just born gay. I think there's multiple ways. But gay men themselves are so convinced and also have such a hard time finding love that like they also go for straight men. To the point where they prefer DLs or mass dudes over anything else. Because dating is horrible. Dating is horrible for anybody, but especially if you're at the corner ends of sexuality spectrum and all that shit. Oh, I'm fucking freezing. All right. Where are the other videos? Some of these are pretty funny. The way I've had to block so many fucking channels, so many shitty fucking. Whenever I look up trans dating on TikTok, like so many fucking shitty, gross channels will pop up that I have to block them to get to any of the interesting stuff, which is mostly all of these.
Okay, so today I'm frustrated. I'm not feeling the best. And usually I'm really good at counting my blessings, but I think I'm going to do that tomorrow. Maybe even an hour from now. But in this moment, I'm annoyed. Because I'm learning that in my singlehood, that dating as a transgender person, I'm pretty sure it's a humiliation ritual.
They're not wrong. They're not wrong. I didn't think about it that way, but going over it again, they're not wrong. Because what are the advantages? Like, especially for trans men, it's probably even harder. You know how chasers would be like, oh, the best of both worlds when like speaking about trans women? It's the worst of both worlds when it comes to trans men. Because you're not getting fully a man, but you're not getting like a woman either. So I'm pretty much like you'd pretty much be again like chaser. Like the only person that would be into that would be a chaser, someone who's into that, like a he pussy. A he I can't even say it. Man pussy.
T for T, not for me. For reasons that are my own.
That's hilarious.
Maybe one day, but not in the near future. Not for me. Love you, my trans people. Way too traumatizing, way too much. Feels like a trauma bond that I'm not really willing to take on in this moment.
Understandable.
And then you got the cis people. Oh my god. Oh my god. Either the girls, a little too gay for the girls, I guess. Sorry. And then the men. Pretty sure what Jesus died for. because why are they either dumb as dirt, disrespectful as hell, rotten and disgusting, but at least the ones that are rotten and disgusting from the jump, we know what we're getting into. There's no secrets. It's the ones that make you think that they're not. And that they're like, oh my gosh, you're so interesting, you're so gorgeous, blah, blah, blah. No, you're just like the others. You just hide it better. And they're, in my opinion, worse. Or the bottom of the totem pole is the ones that are like, oh my gosh, like, this guy's nice, this person's nice, we're vibing, whatever. Then you find out they've dated or have been with 30 trans people in a 30-mile radius. Awesome. Oh, so this is a pattern that we're recognizing.
That is very funny.
Chasers choke.
That's who wants you though.
So, I've been reflecting on that a lot today. That dating as a transgender individual does feel like a humiliation ritual. And you know what? I think I'm done. I think I'm gonna bask in my solitude. And really, that's all. Because, oh my God, I am over it. Okay.
That's how a lot of the videos go. To be honest with you. There's not a lot of like happy endings to any of this. Which makes sense. Oof. Anyways. Oh.
I just want to come on here and say that as a trans woman,
Straight men are straight freaks. Yeah. I don't know if you can, like, they'll just call any dude who's into them straight because that's what they're into. They won't call him gay because that'd make him a man.
I don't know if it's because I'm in a long-term relationship, so people don't know that I'm not monogamous, or if it's because I am just so gorgeous and busy and have been.
What's with the? Not
So
interested.
I recently downloaded Tinder again, not because I'm looking for a relationship, by the way, but because I'm just so fucking bored and I'm trying to like build up my roster because it kind of disappeared. My roster has been deaded the last couple of months because of unforeseen circumstances, let's just say that. But yeah, I really have been thinking like, I do not want a relationship. I do not want a relationship. I could not even date nowadays because it's so ew. The market is gross and I'm really emotionally unavailable.
I'm a little tired and I don't care to fucking commentate over any other video. I made my point. I gotta fucking sleep a little and go work. Okay.